So y'all woke me up to tell me this? That's why they got rebuked. You ever was getting that good sleep? I mean, he probably was just, I don't know the scriptures before this part, but he probably just did all this deliverance, all this stuff, praying. Now he's trying to get some sleep. So you just see me deliver all these people, do all these miracles. You know, they know the scriptures. And the little storm comes. I mean, it's big, but I mean, what's bigger than God? That comes. And instead of rebuking it yourself, using the faith that I've been teaching y'all, or knowing that I'm in the car, I'm in the ship, and ain't nothing gonna happen. And if something do happen, you're going to heaven. What y'all worried about? So you woke me up out of my sleep for this. Jesus probably only got like an hour's sleep every night. I mean, when you really think about it, he was always praying. He ain't missing no 3 to 6s like we do. You know, he probably was doing 12 to 6s. You know what I'm saying? He up all day. People trying to grab the hem of his, like people trying to talk to him. Taking all his virtue. This is just a little bit of what happened to him while he was here. And the man trying to get some rest. And y'all gonna wake him up and say, Lord, Lord, save us. We perish. And he said unto them, why you woke me up? No, he didn't say that. He said, why are you fearful? All right, remember, fear is doubt. And fear is believing in something that don't even exist. All right. When we say fear is believing in something, wow. God exists, right? So instead of believing in God, you're believing in something that don't exist when you have fear. All right, because fear is you're afraid of something that's going to happen, but it didn't happen, which means it doesn't exist. But God exists. So you're afraid of something that don't exist when you have fear. So fear is believing in something. All right, like for example, let's say you had a dream about Royce or something like that, and Royce has an attitude or something, I don't know. You ain't telling me. You have fear that if you go to him, he might slap you. Did he slap you? So you're afraid of something that it ain't even happened, it doesn't exist yet. That's just your mind. You have doubt. And that prevents you from even going over to something that don't even exist. Wow. Jesus said, why are you fearful? Oh, you, yea, of little faith. Why are ye faithful, O you of little faith? Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a great calm. But the men marveled, saying, what manner of man is this, that even the winds and the sea obey him? Okay, while you're reading this, I remember faith comes by hearing, right? And hearing what? The word of God. Okay, so for lack of a better way of putting it, like it was a setup. Okay, we all know that God sets us up a lot. Okay, if you're asking for patience, you're gonna be like, you're praying for patience. God, I need patience. God, I need patience. You'll be like, all right, cool. The next day, your kid's gonna start acting crazy. He's setting you up. Because your kids are what's going to teach you patience. Now, a lot of people think that God is a sorcerer who's going to pull out a magic wand. Lord, I need patience. And be like, patience. And then, bam, you patient. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. And one thing I like about God, no matter how good you think you are, characteristic that you have, he will get you. You might be patient. You might be the most patient person in here. But he will get you with that. He will find somebody or something that's going to test your patience to make your patience better. That's why you can't ever feel like you got it. As soon as you say you got it, God's going to be like, what? Oh, you got it? Oh, you must forgot about Nisi. Over there. Yeah, or Carolina. That's why you can't ever think you got it. But you must always have faith in God. And, you know, if this was a setup for the disciples, which he set them up plenty times during the Gospels, just teaching them stuff, you know, you notice that he didn't teach them faith only by saying it, but this was an example right here. Who causes the winds and all that? Who causes that? Who does that? So who was doing that? They're trying to teach them something. So when storms, or people that are storms, or whatever comes in your life, if your faith is strong, you got to understand that everything is about God. It's about God. It's about God. That's why he says focus on things above, not things here. If you focus here, you're focusing on Satan, because he controls everything. So if you focus here, if you look down, Satan got you. If you focus on God, and you're thinking on God, thinking about God, and somebody come at you acting wild, or you in a crazy situation, who's controlling it? Like, it's for you to grow better. Once you start looking at it like that, you'll start to slow down on failing these tests. You decide that you want to be Christian. You just don't know what you just stepped into. You just don't know what you just stepped into. You just stepped into the game, the real game. Life or death. Life or death. That's what you just stepped into. As soon as you do this, you have to have an understanding of who Jesus is. You know, that's why when a lot of new believers come, you know, I believe that they have to start with the Gospels.
Right, John.
Some people start on Genesis, but I don't want to say what you're going to learn from that. You'll learn something from that, but you won't learn the right thing if you don't learn Jesus' heart. You know, and I always say this Bible, Jesus is the Word, but this Bible is more than words. That's why a lot of these people out there get it confused. And Jesus even told one of the Pharisees in here, he was like, the Pharisee asked him a question, and he was like, well, how did you read it? Because it's more than just words. Even the Hebrew language is more than words. It's a feeling. It's an expression.
Right. Expression.
You know, like, once you start understanding this and you start reading it with the heart of Jesus, instead of reading it just by what the words are saying, you'll start to understand what he means. Alright, so the waves came, covered the ship. I can just imagine it right now. If it's a storm, that means the boat is just going crazy, and the waves must be huge if it covered the boat. And for them to run and say we perish, they say we perish. They didn't even say, man, we about to die. They say Jesus, we dead.
We dead. We're dead.
They wanted to go tell the way, the truth, and the life. We dead. We dead. And he's like, I know Jesus woke up like, what? Somebody ever woke you up in the middle of a dream?
Yes.
Who knows what he was dreaming about, man? You done messed up my dream. I was with the Father just, yeah. believe that every story in here is in here for a reason. Like, this section is kind of small, but it's, why did he put that in there? You know, why is that in this Bible? What are you trying to tell me? You know, what's the point of this story? Like, don't just read it. He's trying to build your faith. Because faith comes by what? And faith is what kills doubt. If you have doubt, you lack faith. If you have fear, you lack faith. You know? And you got to understand which type of fear I'm talking about. I'm talking about, like, there's a difference from being nervous and, like, but somebody that has faith, you don't care about how you feel. You care about how God feels. You might be shaking, but you're like, man, God got this. Just go. You get what I'm saying? You still got to go. So, he's saying here, you're on the ship with me. I'm here with you. And you worrying about winds and the sea that I made. I made that. And you letting that worry you. You letting this person who gets on your nerves all the time, who causes you to lose your Christianity, who God made. He made him. You allowing that person to make you run to God. And I can't take buddy over there. I'm dead. I'm done.
I'm done.
So, you know, we just have to, you know, I always seem to fall on the whole understanding thing because, you know, the way you think affects the way, you know, you act, you know, and your actions, you know, cause you to be who you are. You know, it affects who you are now, you know, and it all starts with what's going in your head, you know, and what's going in your head, if your heart isn't right, it doesn't go in your head right. If your heart is right, all right, if my heart is right, and Sergo say something crazy to me, but my heart is right, I'm not going to take it like that. All right, you ever notice how somebody who's innocent, right, you could say something like stupid, and they won't even think of it in an offensive way. They'll be like, hey, that was funny.
Yeah.
But somebody who done been through all the stuff y'all done been through or whatever, somebody say that to you, because your heart is messed up, you're going to be like, hold up, how you going to call me stupid? You know what I've been through in my life? You don't know what I've been through, man. Because your heart's messed up. That's not the heart of Jesus. If somebody called Jesus stupid, he's not thinking of what they called him. He's thinking of, man, they've been calling you stupid all your life, man. Now you don't even know how to. Dang. You know, when you think about it, I was talking to Pastor Kofi about something that I just discovered about myself, and I didn't know it was there. I did not know this was there. I grew up. All right, Royce didn't have a father in his life. I had a father in my life, but at the same time, I didn't have a father in my life. He was there. Sometimes we'll go there on the weekends or whatever. And, but it was like he wasn't in my life. Like, it wasn't no phone calls. I never really heard. I couldn't tell somebody I loved them till I was like 20-something years old. Like, those words never, because I wasn't used to that. You know, it was hard for me to say that. Even to my brother, like, I wouldn't be able to say it. I'd be like, you already know what's up, man. And people used to always make fun of me for that. Because I'd be like,